from Bugeye Guys. This is Patrick's Bugeye, but it gives me an opportunity to talk about something that we've talked about before, and that's fire. Well, only because the one time I've had a fire in 20 years of doing this has been from this exact issue. The hot lead and this unshielded heater starter cable have made contact, and it's prone to do that when you have no hold down for the battery. So effectively, this thing is moving around, it's a hot lead, and this is a ground. So when the two connect, you have spark. And then when you have plastic in this battery box here, you have fuel. So obviously the metal can't light fire, but the plastic is quite happy to burn, and it makes quite a mess. And that's what happened to me on a turn with an unsecured battery. So I just wanted to make a little PSA for everybody that you never really want an unsecured battery in any car, especially in a Bugeye, where you have the opportunity for the battery to slide. It's not rigidly held. We have seen cars come in with plywood block, 2x4 offcuts in there to hold the battery, but that's not very elegant. So the hold down is the thing to get, and we sell those in our parts catalog. No matter how you get the battery secure, it's important to do so. The other thing that's worth noting is we have the terminals on the back side here on the firewall side, which is preferred because the hold down would be out here, and it gives you some margin of interference between a metal hold down that can arc between the two terminals if it gets loose. And then the third thing is a lot of these battery leads come, this is a replacement cable, I believe, but it came with a accessory hot lead on it, and this one is left attached. But if you look closely, there's actually some exposed end showing on the end of this wire. So you have another hot lead floating in outer space here. Also not really good craft because of the vulnerability of it shorting against anything passing by, or the firewall, or it gets loose, or the tape decays and it falls off, or whatever. You're just asking for trouble. So we'll trim this back to the lead so that that's out of the equation. So you have a bunch of risk eliminated by cleaning all this up. And then lastly, I do want to just mention, this is a positive ground car. It is marked with a positive tag there on the lead, which is great, but you have two red leads, and in the heat of battle or on the side of the road, that's kind of asking for trouble if you need a jump, or if you get confused, or if you hook up a jump box or whatever. Ideally, that would not be left with two red leads. So all things that are good to know about. Most of these cars have been converted to negative ground. We do that all the time. This one's positive ground. It has a positive electronic ignition module, so you can't just change it without melting that, so you have to change the ground plus the module. But all that is something that's fine to do as long as you're aware of it for your particular car. Anyway, we have parts for all this stuff, or call us for technical advice here at Bugeye Guys.